Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man, so let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about NBA Youngboy. Now, this is probably going to be one of the wildest stories you done heard in a while, man. And I know I use that a lot. But this one, the implications in this are wild beyond belief. Now, there was actually a whole operation to take down NBA Youngboy according to his attorneys. Now, his attorneys are fighting to get NBA Youngboy at least bond, so that way he can fight his trial from the streets. He can be out here making money, doing shows and all that, right? And what they're saying in court today is wild to say the least. Now, they're saying that there was some type of full-fledged operation in order to make sure that NBA Youngboy stayed in jail, man. Yeah, I know it's going into a weird realm when you start talking about all this stuff, like everybody conspiring against one individual to get a design result or whatnot. But man, they saying it in court. And this is what they're saying, man. His lawyers are basically saying there was an operation called Never Free Again. And just by that being out there, this went against his rights. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this NBA Youngboy story and what's going on with his court case. Now, for those of you who don't know, NBA Youngboy has been locked up, man, in jail since like about March time frame when he got caught up in Los Angeles. Now, it's been an on again, off again battle just to try to get him free for his lawyers, man. And he switched up lawyers a lot of times. And when we get to this story, it looks at this point, he's got like 6 different lawyers working together in conjunction to try to get him free, man. Now, the story starts off like this, and it's from a Fox News story in New Orleans, and they used a story that originally came out of Baton Rouge. And this is what it says. NBA Youngboy lawyers uncover Operation Free Again. Pretrial release is requested. So basically from that title, you know that they're trying to get him some kind of pretrial release. Because remember, NBA Youngboy's bond got denied. His pretrial release got denied last time he went up in court and they tried to get it approved. But man, in this story, they're saying they got grounds to say that, people were out to get him from the jump, and that's why his pretrial release should be approved. Now, the story starts off and it says this. Lawyers for Baton Rouge-based chart-topping rapper Kentrell Golden, or Youngboy Never Broke Again, have filed a pretrial release after being blindsided by an arrest in Los Angeles in March. Okay, stop right there. So that's basically what we already went over, man. He got locked up in LA, man. And it was a whole big thing. There were videos all over social media showing the SWAT team and everybody looking for him. And we're going to get to that in a second. So let's talk about it and let's continue with the story. It says this. Golden was taken into FBI custody on March 23rd on an outstanding warrant, according to a court document obtained by Fox 8. Golden's lawyers say the arrest warrant issued on March 10th was a state bond for the same alleged conduct. And it continues by saying, attorneys called the arrest an inexplicable tactical decision by the government. Golden is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and possessing a firearm not registered to him. The charges stem from a music video shoot in September 2020. Golden and 16 others were arrested on drug and firearm charges in Baton Rouge. Now, that was a big story when he got arrested in September, man. They had pictures of the guns that are floating all over the place. They have a video that allegedly shows NBA Youngboy holding one of the weapons. And he actually got bonded out from that on the state level. And it seems like what his attorney is saying that, man, he feels like he's getting some type of double, jeopardy or some type of, mistreatment from the government by denying his bond when he was already out on bond on the state level. Now, this is something similar to what we've seen with YFN Lucci, where he had a bond for a state case or, a local case. And now he got wrapped up in a RICO. And his bond prior got denied as well. They wiped his bond out. And it seems like they're doing the same thing here with NBA Youngboy based on what his attorneys in this story is saying, right? And what's oddly similar is Drew Finling, who's one of NBA Youngboy's attorneys now, is also YFN Lucci's attorney, man. And it seems like they ain't going for this, man, wiping out the bond. So they're going to try to fight it. Now, the story continues like this. It says, in December, Baton Rouge police were ordered to return more than $40,000 in cash and a $300,000 cashier's check and 2 diamond chains that were confiscated during the arrest. Remember, that made headlines. NBA Youngboy getting his cash back and getting his chains back or whatnot. And I don't think, man, that probably rubbed them the wrong way. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and I know you enjoying this video, but make sure you go and you follow me on social media platforms like Instagram, and also go to my Twitter page and make sure you hit that follow button there so you can get the latest and greatest updates of when I'm dropping my videos. And man, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button so we can spread this video around, and we trying to get 2,000 likes, so run them likes up. All right. Now, all jokes aside, man, this is serious, and what they're saying is basically, you know, people had it out for NBA Youngboy, man. That's the best way to say it. Now, that doesn't mean it's true, but that's what his lawyer is saying. Now, he continues by saying this. He says, attorneys allege federal officials in Baton Rouge contacted authorities in Los Angeles to orchestrate Galton's arrest instead of arranging a voluntary surrender, which they said would have been more appropriate. Stop right there. Now, you do notice that most rap artists, they do get to turn themselves in. We seen it with YFN Lucci, we seen it with Pooh Shiesty, we seen it with Casanova 2 times, you know. NBA Youngboy, it was a whole nother situation, man. They was hunting him in the woods, they were running looking for him all over the neighborhood, they had helicopters, it was a scene, to say the least. Now, it continues by saying this. It says, Youngboy's attorneys claim the title of the operation was Never Free Again, a play on the rapper's Never Broke Again brand. His attorneys argue that the operation title is a status offense. So they're saying that them using his moniker, his name in the operation is some type of offense. I don't know how, because I don't understand that part of the legal jargon or whatnot, or I'm not a lawyer and I'm not that in-depth into it. But I mean, that's interesting to say the least. Operation Never Free Again. There's so many different operations that take down rappers and their crews all over the country. But for them to use Never Free Again it's almost kind of funny, man. I hate to say that, but it is kind of funny. I'm gonna keep it real. Now, what's wild is they had a whole operation to take down NBA Youngboy. But I said this in past videos. When that news story cracked that they were in Miami looking at the details of the shooting that took place at Miami, and they had declared NBA Youngboy and NBA gang or whatever, 4K Trey and all that, gangs or whatever, man, it was a done deal. And they were looking at TBG and BBG the same way. Now, if you notice, Fredo Bang doesn't talk all kind of crazy on any type of social media or anything anymore, right? You notice Fredo Bang in all his interviews, he doesn't know anything. He seems like he's sticking like, hey man, I'm not going to put nothing out there. I don't want to be wrapped up in any of this. I'm eating good, getting money. You know what I mean? But NBA Youngboy and them, it definitely seemed like, man, the writing was on the wall once that report came out. All right. Now it continues to say this. It says, and this is in quotations, this massive and widely unnecessary militaristic display of force and intimidation to arrest an individual for a status offense who was already on bond for the same charge at the state level and represented by counsel for a highly visible public figure who has no prior history of fleeing law enforcement created a dangerous situation for everyone involved when law enforcement could have simply contacted Mr. Galton's counsel and arranged for a voluntary surrender. Attorneys from Mansell, Gill, Knipe, Bellinger, PLC, and Drew Findling of the Findling law firm PC said in the pretrial release request. So this was all in the request, that whole statement, that they felt like that was just a total misuse of force and show of or demonstration of force going and looking for him. So it continues by saying this. The document also detailed large and highly unnecessary militaristic force and power used to arrest Youngboy. There were reportedly 1 FBI agent, 3 Los Angeles Police Department vehicles, 11 Los Angeles Police Department and Baton Rouge FBI agents, an MTF police officer, and a helicopter. Man, they had everybody out there looking for NBA Youngboy. And we've seen that footage. It was wild to say the least. Okay, it continues by saying this. It says attorneys also pointed out that the seized firearms hadn't been used in any illegal manner. Furthermore, both firearms alleged to have been possessed by Youngboy were claimed by others who were detained by law enforcement officials. The only evidence of their motivation behind the decision is the title of the operation, Never Free Again, a clear attack on the defendant's brand, Never Broke Again, and related legal entities, the court documents state. There is no testimony or other evidence as to how the firearm came to be inside that vehicle or how long it had been in the vehicle, the documents state, nor have any fingerprints, DNA tested, or other forensics been performed which would demonstrate Mr. Golden knowingly possessed that firearm at any time. Stop right there. They're putting on a case right here to try to get him free, man. His lawyers is working, man. All right, now in closing, the report says this. It says, in April, U.S. District Judge Shelley Dick ordered Goldwyn to remain detained pending trial. He was given a $540,000 bond in the Central District of California. On April 1st, a Louisiana judge decided to revoke his bond, citing a history of probation violations and his characteristics in history which reflect a pattern of violent behavior stretching back several years. Golden was transferred to St. Martin Parish Correctional Center on April 27th. He has pled not guilty to federal weapons charges. He is scheduled to appear in court again in August. So it looks like, man, everybody's going to be in court in August. You got NBA Youngboy going to be in court in August. You got Casanova 2 times going to be in court in August. You got YFN Lucci, man. So it's going to be a lot coming out of those court cases. And hopefully, man, these guys, if they're innocent, they see some type of light of day or get some type of leniency from the court, man. That's all you can say. But what do you guys think about this whole situation, man? Do you think that it's fair that they had a whole operation going after NBA Youngboy, a rapper, called Never Free Again, Operation Never Free Again? Or do you feel like his lawyer has a case here? Or do you think that NBA Youngboy, man, he was just out there wilding too much, put himself in this situation, and we just gonna see how it is, man, when the results come out of court in August. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content, and we out of here. Peace.